back up.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Hey man, how can I do it? Please back up.
Oh yeah!
Back up.
Oh.
Back up. Back up!
Hi everyone, Donut here. Today I've got a huge video for you. When I say huge, I mean we're talking about a 6'6", 330-pound Jack and the Beanstalk type situation with a former college basketball player chasing down a cop and trying to stab him. I'm not exaggerating. This person almost cut this cop's freaking head off.
Because she's huge.
But seriously, in all the chaos, there's a lot to break down. This officer was in a really tough spot, and he used some interesting tactics that we'll jump into here in a bit. Stay tuned because we're going to talk about everything from the initial call that came in and how this officer handled this crazy ass situation. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one. It's a big one. But first, a word from our sponsor. Our sponsor for this video is ShipStation. The world keeps getting smarter. Your e-commerce business should too. Trust me from personal experience, having a business that ships is tedious as but not with ShipStation. Hey, congratulations if your e-commerce business is getting bigger, but that means you have to scale up your shipping. ShipStation helps you take it to the next level. I'm starting to use them with my skate shop. You can smoothly print shipping labels at the press of a button. They have one easy-to-use dashboard that helps you automate shipping tasks and manage orders. The best part is you can save thousands of dollars on industry-leading carrier discounts. Thousands. That means you can get up to 89% off USPS, DHL Express, and UPS. You can seamlessly integrate it into most platforms also. Whether you sell products through eBay, Shopify, Etsy, many other platforms, ShipStation can make that super easy to ship your products today. Over 130,000 e-commerce businesses have grown their business with ShipStation. And 98% of those companies who stick with ShipStation for a year stay with them for life. Start your 60-day free trial with ShipStation today by going to shipstation.com/donutoperator. That's shipstation.com/donutoperator. Before we get into this crazy giant lady trying to stab a cop, I wanted to give you some updates on some other situations that we had talked about. Some updates on how our criminal justice system is still failing everyone. You remember the literal animals that thought that it would be funny videotaping themselves mowing down that retired police chief in their car? The older gentleman who was doing his morning bike ride when they said, hit him, and they swerved over and just ran him over and the guy flipped over and died. The family man, the former police chief, and then their first appearance in court, they were laughing at the victim's family. Well, they're back in the news. The person driving the vehicle has been deemed unfit for trial. Yep. Just to refresh your memory a little bit, I know we talked about it, but they stole a car, thought it'd be hilarious to go on a crime spree, hit several cars, and then they thought that it would be a good idea to record themselves mowing down 64-year-old Andreas Probst. Yep, that's him right there, riding his bicycle in the morning, and they thought it'd be hilarious to kill him with a stolen car. As I said, they laughed and even flipped off the victim's family in court.
What did you see them doing?
They were flipping us off. I would say about 3 or 4 different times. They flipped us off, flipping each other off, joking around with each other, definitely not taking anything serious whatsoever.
Oh, and this kid, I forgot about this part. He was bragging to an officer how he'd be out of jail within 30 days.
I'm not scared.
You are 100%.
You think this juvenile gonna do something? I'll be out in like 30 days. What? Ah, bitch.
You might be out of juvie in 30 days and moved over to an adult jail. Because that's how bad it is.
It's just in hit and run, slap on the wrist. I see no report. Not that serious.
Seriously, this kid killed someone in cold blood, but now he's off to a Nevada psychiatric hospital because he's got brain damage.
We all knew.
You think planning a hit and run and laughing about it means you can comprehend what you're doing. But nope, the court says this little animal can't stand trial. And if that wasn't enough, this next one's straight out of a nightmare. Let me remind you of the lady who was in that grocery store parking lot and stabbed a 3-year-old to death in front of its mother. And then, like the last animals we were talking about, she smiled about it in court.
Count 4 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did knowingly cause serious physical harm to JW on date of birth 10/29/2020.
Okay, this one had a little bit of a history. She told the cops that she killed people in California, said she wanted to kill again, but nobody really took her seriously. Fast forward to this year, and she's released from custody after some shoplifting charges, just days before she stabs a 3-year-old to death. And guess what? She was supposed to get a psych evaluation, but the judge, just let her go. 3 days later, she walks into a grocery store, steals a knife from said grocery store, walks out into the parking lot, and kills a toddler. But here's the part that'll really piss you off. She's been found incompetent to stand trial also. The court basically threw up their hands and said, "Oh, she's not well enough to face these charges." I mean, how many people need to die before we stop releasing these dangerous lunatics? It almost feels like there's almost no accountability. Meanwhile, I was talking to a buddy of mine today, and he has a warrant out for his arrest because he used his sprinkler system on the wrong day.
There wasn't any, as you would say, that
red flag shooting up that pole. There wasn't any indications here. No sign of any mental distress. No sign of any previous violent acts.
So anyway, back to the case that we're talking about. The judge said that if he had the choice, he would let her out again.
What would you do differently handling this case, or even next time?
Nothing. I'm confident in the way that the court handled this matter.
And on top of it all, the child killer's own mother said that she had been hallucinating and hearing voices for years. But yeah, let's just ignore all those warnings and put her back out on the street to go kill children. Great job, system. Now let's move on to the Space Jam chapter of our video today, where a 6'6" basketball player gets a little stabby. September 16th, 2024, Fairfax County, Virginia, 10:17 a.m. Officer Peter Liu from the Fairfax County Police Department gets a call to do a welfare check. Those are pretty easy. That's one of those where you walk up to the door, you knock on it, you say, hey, is grandma alive in here? No, it smells kind of funny. There's probably people soup. Usually it's something simple like that. Someone will call from across the country. Hey, Nana ain't called me a couple days, go check on her. Or maybe even the neighbors like, yo, my neighbor's acting funny over there. I haven't seen him in a couple days. Could you go knock on the door, see if they're okay? Welfare check. Not the Section 8 kind. It's not really clear as to why police got this call. All we know is that a mental health professional calls because a 33-year-old woman is agitated. As I said, these things are supposed to be simple. You knock on the door, you say, hey, you all right? Make sure they're okay. Make an extra call if they need you to get somebody over there. But this wasn't that kind of welfare check.
Hi, man. I'm Officer Liu.
Lou shows up, knocks on the door, she opens it, says hi, then slams the door in his face. Most cops would be like, boop, hey, back in service, dispatch. Now what happens next makes me believe that she was prepared to be in a YouTube video because she starts playing the copyright music at full blast.
Sunny, can you please talk to me? We just want to check on you, make sure you're okay, that's all.
After she kicks off her little psychological warfare campaign with all that music, the officer, being the patient guy that he is, still tries to communicate with her, figure out what's going on. He's standing there, knocking on the door, trying to talk to her through the door, but he's getting nothing back. Yet, there's just silence until this happens.
How are you? Oh, Jesus Christ.
So she slashes Officer Liu right in the face, right off the bat. That's right, immediate face slash.
Who says you shouldn't bring knives to a gunfight?
Now this is where I would like to remind you that Officer Liu is in a narrow hallway with no backup, with a lady with a knife who is much bigger than him running at him. Officer Liu is clearly under some freaking duress right now and the adrenaline is pumping hard. At this point, he could empty an entire magazine into her, but he's being patient. I would say at least try to create some distance between whatever the f that thing is and yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Instead, he backs up a little bit and still tries to de-escalate the situation, yelling at her to back up. But Wilson just keeps coming at him and backs him into a dead end.
Back up! No! Oh yeah! Back up! Back up! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Hey man, I can ask you to do it. Please back up. Oh yeah! Back up! Oh, back up!
This is where I believe the officer's weapon should have been absolutely empty at this point and reloaded with a fresh magazine. She's already shown the intent to kill with, trying to cut his head off without warning. Now she's advancing on him using a full-on demon voice.
Oh yeah! Back up! Back up! Oh yeah! Please back up. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
So the officer pulls his firearm and fires 2 shots.
Please back up. Oh yeah! Back up! Oh, back up! Back up!
Which was not enough to take her down. The officer, who is trapped now, keeps fighting for his life though.
Back up! 531 bubble. Single one. Shots fire.
What is your location?
With the woman still up and trying to kill him, he fires 3 more shots, and she finally goes down. Her body said, yep, those are too many bullets in the wrong places. She dropped like Woody.
Andy's coming, everybody! Back to your places, hurry!
At this point, you can literally see the blood dripping from Lou's head. He's been slashed, he's cornered, and let's be real, this went about as badly as a welfare check can go. Officer Lou fortunately survived the attack with no life-threatening injuries. That could have been an easy one for him to take that knife right to the jugular, or to the eyeball, or anywhere else the vest might not stop a knife. I mean, I'm sure he had a bunch of stitches, and this is a hell of a training video to show everyone who wants to be an officer. You know, all these DMs I get, why did the cop have to shoot him so many times?
Where's she shot?
Multiple times. Upper torso.
Upper torso.
I might have shot her in the head, but not sure.
Big woman did not make it. She was rushed to the hospital and died later. There's a lot of armchair quarterbacks online putting their opinion in here, like what if there was a mental health professional on scene? Fairfax County actually has mental health professionals that will co-op and work with the officers, but they were off on another scene at the time. Plus, Officer Lou is crisis intervention trained, which is great, but this situation shows that sometimes that just doesn't help. What if she opened the door and started stabbing some poor mental health worker? I don't think an unarmed health professional could have done anything in this situation. Are there situations where it might help? Yeah. This wasn't one of those. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this incident. Should the officer acted a little quicker, done anything a little different, or did he do well in taking the time to try and de-escalate the situation? Keep it respectful and check out pepperbox.tv. It's a new streaming platform that you can watch on your browser, iOS, Android, or smart TV. Basically, it's my friends and I dicking off uncensored with a lot of original content and all the content that you see on YouTube. That's pepperbox.tv, or go to donutoperator.com to help support the channel. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and until next time, please have a fantastic day.
Wow.